In a world filled with natural science, this is the only show that brings this science to your life. Introducing Earth, the study of us, with your host, TJ Mallows.
Today on Earth, the study of us, we will be learning about the atmosphere. Our first stop on our journey through the air is the troposphere. Now, you might be asking, where is that? Well, you walk through it every day. That's right, the troposphere starts at the ground up. The troposphere contains all life on Earth, along with the weather and 90% of Earth's air mass. So we travel upward, the pressure and the temperature lessen. Once we're about 50 kilometers up, we enter what is known as the stratosphere. In the lower stratosphere, you will find something called the jet stream. Airplanes fly using this. Also found in the stratosphere is the ozone layer, a layer of special oxygen molecules that protect Earth from ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Lastly, the stratosphere turns energy from the sun into heat. Moving further up, the pressure lessens, but the temperature increases. Around 80 kilometers up, you arrive in the mesosphere. The mesosphere protects Earth from incoming meteorites and asteroids. Upon entering the mesosphere, the space rocks burn into nothing. Moving even further up, pressure and the temperature lessen yet again, bringing you into the thermosphere. The thermosphere, separated into two subspheres, is located 80 kilometers above the surface and extends about 600 kilometers up until disappearing into space. The two subspheres are the ionosphere and the exosphere. The ionosphere, supercharged ions change into a brilliant light show called the aurora borealis, or northern lights. On the exosphere border, satellites orbit the Earth. Interestingly enough, the thermosphere reaches temperatures up to 1,800 degrees Celsius, even though it is the farthest out. Also, in this episode of Earth, the study of us, we will be talking about heat on Earth. Earth gets its heat directly from the sun through radiant energy, or energy through electromagnetic waves. The energy then travels the vacuum of space and gets transferred into heat inside the stratosphere. The heat is then transferred throughout the air through convection, the transfer of heat through a fluid. The heated air then hits solids, transferring its heat through conduction, or heat transferred through direct contact. The heat is dispersed across the planet through three main heat transfers: convection, conduction, and radiation. Thank you for watching. Up next is your daily news report. You always out in the sun getting burned?
Yeah.
Are you tired of buying sunblock that doesn't block out the sun?
I spent $20 on this and I still got burned.
Well, look no further. Introducing the best new sunblock. Sunblock, yeah! Our sunblock reflects the harmful energy waves that comes from the sun with our patented albino sparkle paste. Not only do we have the reflective properties of light-colored and sparkly objects, you can look kawaii while playing in the sun.
I love looking kawaii.
And you can prevent burns with our SPF.
Over 9,000! What, 9,000?
Oh, guess I won't be needing this then.
Sunblock, yeah, it's a product of In Your Face Products. Call 1-800-972-8544 to order your bottle today.
I think I hear a flood coming along. Since in the last 2 weeks, like helium has evaporated, you can utterly predict rain. With a lot of condensation.
What's condensation?
Condensation is when water evaporates, the warm air rises, cooling in the atmosphere, and creates clouds.
Is precipitation snow?
Precisely! But precipitation comes in many forms. Rain, snow. When the water in the clouds get full, water falls, otherwise known as precipitation.
Cool, so?
In the mountains at the peaks of ice, their skips melting into liquid. But it then goes straight to water vapor, otherwise known as sublimation.
Hey there, all you travelers. We have some travel announcements for you. All flights headed for the Florida region have been canceled due to a very violent warm front. Anyone living in the southwestern states can expect a shocking experience. Well, travelers that are heading for Toronto can expect to pack a coat because a cold front is coming their way. And for those of you who are staying home for the week, can expect sun with rain intermittent.
Ever wonder how you get your fountain water?
No.
Well, I'll tell you.
What?
Anyways, after it rains, the water that lands on the ground becomes groundwater. The water sometimes lands on hills and slides down to the ocean, usually called runoff. While it's groundwater, it goes to an aquifer.
An aquifer?
No, an aquifer! An aquifer is where water goes through rock and sediment.
Then you drink it?
Not yet. It goes through filtration. Usually filtration is just sending the water through the pipes to a waste treatment plant, when the water will be cleaned, then sent back through the pipes to a fountain, faucet, toilet, or shower.
That's cool. Looks like the wind's blowing as a sea breeze today.
What's that mean?
Well, a sea breeze is when the air heats the land because the land heats faster than the water, and having land heat faster, that means that low pressure will rise from heating and becoming less dense.
What does dense mean?
Density is about the amount of something in a certain amount of space.
Oh, I get it.
Where was I? Oh, right, the low pressure rising. So because the hot air always rises and wants to go to cold, and since it's cooler over the water, the hot, less dense air travels over the cool water, where it will then become dense, and the hot, low pressure will go to cool and high pressure.
Then what?
Well, since there is an area of low pressure left before rising, the high pressure will want to go to low pressure while leaving an area of high pressure. Therefore, the wind is a sea breeze today. Like that.
Is that it?
Nope, there are 3 other types of winds.
What? That's too many.
Well, it's really simple actually. They are basically the same steps as the sea breeze, but they just travel differently, basically.
Is that so?
Yes, it is. Would you like me to tell them?
Not really.
Okay, so a land breeze is just really the opposite the opposite direction of a sea breeze.
Really? Tell me more.
I know you would be interested. Well, instead of the wind starting over land, it starts over the water, which will travel over the land. So basically the opposite, right?
Right. So what about the other 2?
Oh, right. I almost forgot. A mountain and valley breeze.
And those are?
Well, a mountain breeze is when the low pressure travels up the mountainside and then goes to the center of the valley to high pressure, which becomes dense, and it will go back to low pressure. Like that.
And the other one, valley breeze?
Well, a valley breeze is basically the opposite of the mountain breeze.
Well, is that so?
It is. A valley breeze is low pressure becomes less dense and travels up the middle of the valley and to the tips of the mountains where there is high pressure, and then we'll go down the mountainsides like that to low pressure.
Are you girls quenched for thirst?
Yeah.
Well, try some sun drop.
We're so good dancers. This just in, an avalanche took out 4 homes.
I wonder how that could have happened.
Well, Marcela, do you see there's a layer of water between these 2 rock layers?
Yes, I do.
Well, this water is trapped between permeable rocks and impermeable rock. Once water gets through the permeable rock, it's trapped and stays there until the water called the water table. This avalanche was caused by water on the water table eroding the land above it, causing a dangerous landslide.
It's a good thing no one got hurt.
It sure is! Also, this just in, there has been a backup in the water treatment plant. Right after the water goes through all these sieves to purify it, the chlorination chamber started malfunctioning. Control gates 1A and 3C are jammed, and anyone living in the Bellevue area can expect to have dirty water until next Monday.
Poor Bellevue.
Did you know the steps of the water cycle repeat more than you would think?
That's the same with the wind cycle.
And the heat cycle.
Well, that's all thanks to the law of conservation.
The law?
I'm
Yes,
above the
the-
law.
Shut up, teacher.
Yes, the law of conservation states that everything on Earth can't be created or destroyed. These cycles will continuously repeat.
So, I could be drinking that dweeb Justin Bieber's urine.
Precisely.
And I'm bathing in the same water as Kenny G.
You got it.
We'll try some sun drop.
Not hurt. I did it too fast. No, I'm joking. I think we have to redo that.
We ever do it? Marcela.
Okay. Are you always out in the sun getting burned?
Yeah.
Are you tired of buying sunblock that doesn't block out the sun?
I spent 20
You guys, I need to hurry up and get back in there.
record.
And action.
Ever wonder how you get your fountain water?
No.
Well, I'll tell you. Anyways, after it rains, the water that lands on the ground becomes groundwater. While it's groundwater, it goes to an aquifer.
An aquifer?
No, an aquifer! An aquifer is when water goes through rock and sediments.
Then you drink it?
Not yet. It goes language. Oh.
These are the people I have to work with.
Ever wonder how you get your fountain water?
No.
Well, I'll tell you.
Why?
Anyways, after it rains, the water that lands on the ground becomes groundwater. While it's groundwater, it's an aquifer. It does!
That's not what you said, Gabby.
Oh, what did I say?
I don't know.
How are you today?
Who's-
Or not? Okay.
Is that a Hoya I see?
No, that's Chris.
And then, well, I saw Hoya, then there's Chris, and he's running away.
Let's go.
Okay.
Marcela, did you know the steps of the water cycle repeat more than you would think?
That's the same with the wind cycle.
And the heat cycle.
Well, that's all thanks to the law of conservation.
The law?
Yes, the law of conservation states that everything on Earth can't be created or destroyed. These cycles will continuously repeat.
What if I'm above the law?
That's what you say!
Anyone living in the Southwestern states can expect a shocking experience.
Crickets! Wrong time, Mom!
Thank you for watching. Sun with rain intermittent.
We were supposed to go at that line!
Rain and snow intermittent.
Sun with rain intermittent.
I was trying to see on the cue. Okay, rain intermittent.
And for those of you who are staying home for the week, you can expect sun with rain intermittent. Not today. You're late, you don't get to throw it.
Oh, is that what I was supposed to do though?